Hello,
Hello?
Samad.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey, I'm David. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right, everything's working, everything's recording all right. How are you doing today, man?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate the opportunity for you having me.
Awesome, man. So are you ready to just get right into it?
Yeah, we can dive into whatever you're trying to do.
All right, man. Well, first off, congratulations on winning the AFL championship. That was really awesome. Can you tell me about the
Thank you.
team? Can you tell me about the team and the atmosphere on the team?
It was team wise, it was one of the funnest teams I've ever played with. I feel like everybody going into it had one goal. Um, Even though like our main goal was to work on the things that we were sent there to work on and do the things that we had to do to better our game. But the ultimate goal, knowing that season's over, we just played a long season. From some guys were invited to big league camp, some guys weren't, but you were playing from the beginning of the season to the end of the World Series. It's a super long year, and knowing that we had 30 more games after our season was over, wherever guys were at from rookie ball all the way up to AAA, and some guys even in the big leagues. Knowing that you only had 30 games left, we knew we were sent there for one reason, but at the end of the day, we all played to win. And when we lost, it wasn't we didn't accept it the best way, but we all knew like we were working on one thing with our personal stuff, but at the end of the day, we were still trying to win. And going into the last day, I wouldn't say we were playing the greatest of baseball, but we were just trying to go balls to the wall and then see what was gonna be in at the end of everything. And we came out on top, victorious with a 11 inning game in the championship game. So that was that.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, you guys played to win and you did win. And so what did winning the championship mean to you personally?
I coming up as a youngin, um, I've been on a lot of winning programs. I would say
Hmm.
with travel ball, high school, and just in general, like in everyday life. Um, I hate losing. I hate it with a passion. We can talk about video games, we can talk about card games, whatever it is. I hate losing. So anything that I have to do to help a team win or for myself to win, it's huge. And knowing that my season was cut short due to an oblique injury, and that happened, I got traded and then couldn't finish anything in AAA with Omaha, but I had one goal, and that was to just come out on top, victorious at the end of everything. If it was one game or if it was a championship, so that winning to me means everything. Like that winning, I'm a super energetic person. I'm a happy guy to be around. I'm a clubhouse guy, and after a win, it's like you wanna you wanna be in the clubhouse after a win, and that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to have a good time, the one last time with the boys, and that was that.
Yeah, man, it looked like a lot of fun winning. I saw that a few days prior to the championship game, the Royals activated you onto the 40-man roster. What was that like for you?
It's another step in the right direction with my ultimate dream, and my ultimate dream is being in the big leagues with some organization, whatever organization it is. It's a dream come true. So I just feel like that's the a right step in the right direction with my dream becoming not necessarily just a dream, but it's coming true. So
Yes, sir.
I feel like that was a big thing. It was a big relief off my shoulders, just on the fact of you never know when the opportunity comes, and then you play, and you're always in the back of your head. You're always wondering when the opportunity is going to present itself. But so when the opportunity presents itself, it was I was speechless when I was told, but
Was it
ultimately it was in God's hands.
yeah. Well, was it something you were expecting, being that we traded for you, or was it it was a surprise?
Um, yes and no, a little bit of both. You
Hmm.
expected it, but at the end of the day, you really never truly know what could happen. Anything
Yeah.
can happen. Um, I could have got released. I could have signed as a minor league free. Like anything possible could have happened. So going into it, I really didn't want to. I was telling myself not to think much about it, but it's hard not to think about it when you know you're a free agent and you know that things could change if certain moves aren't made. But they made the move that I was looking to be made, and I tell everybody I'm happy to be in KC. I'm super happy to be with the Royals, and I see that from the time that I've been here over the couple months, I see the potential that we have throughout the organization to be in the World Series and possibly win another World Series. So I'm glad that they're putting me in their plans to rebuild the organization.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're glad to see you on the roster for sure. Um, and speaking of the roster, I assume, or you already said your main goal was to make the MLB roster, obviously. So what do you think that you need to do to make that happen?
Consistency is the biggest thing in baseball. Um, this is a game of failure.
Hmm.
You get 3 hits out of 10 at bats. That's hey, you're doing something very well.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing with me is consistency. I feel that everybody knows I can play defense. Everybody knows that I am havoc on the base paths. Everybody knows that I can steal bases, and everybody knows that the speed is there. The biggest thing for me is the consistency in the box, um, and that's something that I've been working on over the past 2 years, and I've seen the positive results from the work that I've put in. Not so much this fall league, but that it happens.
Hmm.
But for the most part, it's just the consistency in the box. I feel that if I'm consistent in the box, the rest is gonna take care of itself. The rest is history after that.
Yes,
I
sir.
know what I bring to the table. I feel that everybody's seen what I can bring to the table. It's just a matter of bringing it to the table for 166 games or
Hmm.
however many 100, let's say 180 games,
Yes,
including the
sir.
World Series.
Yeah, yeah, all the way.
So it's just I gotta bring it every day. I gotta
Yeah,
bring something of my five tools every day.
man, that's what I like to hear. It sounds like you have a real driven mindset. And speaking of your mindset, what was it like getting drafted out of high school and being one of the youngest guys out there? Did you have like a mentor to help you through that?
I really being drafted young, it has its pros and cons to it.
Hmm.
Um, I would say more cons than pros, just on the fact of you're always the youngest guy out. But mentor wise, I would just say like older guys that were in the Indians organization, um, no longer in the game anymore. Austin Jackson, I used to talk to him a lot when I was with the Indians, and then I got traded to Toronto, and then like the guys that I would talk to there were like Jonathan Davis, Anthony Alford. I've spoke to Curtis Granderson a couple times. So it's like it was a bunch of like the older guys that kind of took me under their wing in a way
Yeah.
that mentored me for the most part, just showed me the ropes, rights from wrongs, and stuff like that. Those were really the guys that did it early in my career. Like later on in my career, it we're talking Alex Smith, Devon White, Derek Holland, Dexter Fowler. Like we're talking guys. So
Yeah. Wow.
I've been around it. I've been in the game since 2016. I was able to speak to Francisco Lindor. I was able to speak
Man.
to Napoli before he retired. Roberto Perez before he got out of Cleveland. Like I was around a whole lot of guys. Eric Gonzalez,
Yeah, yeah.
Willie Mo Pena. Like it's a long list that I've been around,
Mhm.
and I feel like a lot of the guys that I've been around have showed me ropes in a lot of ways.
Well, so now that you've been in the league for a little while, would you say the shoe's on the other foot? Do you see yourself mentoring some of the younger players around you?
I would like to say that I do. From the outside point, I would say people think that I mentor a lot of the younger guys. I was the only. I'm not gonna say the only reason, but for majority of it, the only reason that I'm mentoring guys is I was I was in your position a couple of years back. Like I understand the struggles. I've struggled throughout my career. I understand how it feels to be away from home and everything that goes on throughout a full season and even a rookie ball season. Like I understand everything that's going on,
Mhm.
and I try to tell all the guys like, don't be afraid to speak to your teammates, just on the fact of guys that I'm gonna say imports, just on the fact of we're in America and we got guys coming from all over. Like imports being away from their families, like
Mhm.
you're away from your family for 8, 9 months. You may see your family once, and that's if they come down to America to see you. So you're away from your family that whole time. You're with the boys 9 months of the year.
Mhm.
Those are they're not just your teammates at the end of the day. Like these are guys that we lean on as brothers. So it's like for you to be able to open up and talk to your teammates and stuff like that, I feel like that makes everything easier with being away from
Yeah.
family and wives and kids and stuff like that. So I just try to help them in those regards, and then the little things that were taught to me from the older guys, just trying to teach them
Pass
the
it down.
ropes, the do's and don'ts throughout football, what how you want to go about your business, how you don't want to go about your business. So like just the little things that go a long way.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, man, that sounds really good. And so now I got some more like some personal questions, some more fun questions for you. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite baseball memory as a player and as a fan? And you could do whichever one first.
As a player, outside of the field, as a player would be the day that they added me to the 40 man.
Really? That's
Yeah,
awesome,
that
man.
was that because I like it was a blessing to get drafted, but I feel like to get added to the 40 man, that's just like you're right there, kind of like
Yeah, oh yeah.
it's super close.
That's
Um, on field, I would probably say this year I had we were playing. I was in Buffalo. We were playing St. Paul, and it was the bottom of the eighth, and we were down two, and I hit a 3-run go ahead and winning home run, and that was a pretty electric moment, I could say,
oh yeah. Man, that sounds electric.
offensively, but like yeah, like on field, that's probably one of I've had a couple like two home run games and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, that day I had it was a two home run game. I hit a home run. I want to say my second at bat, and then my last at bat in the bottom of the eighth, I hit the go ahead game winning home run. So I feel like that was one of one of my funnest moments.
Oh yeah. Man, it sounds like a blast.
I could throw another one out there. Shout out to Derek Holland if you ever hear this. Another fun moment, and it's always funny just on the fact of he got traded to, or he got picked up by us by the Blue Jays probably like I'd say like 3 weeks after this happened. But we
Mhm.
were playing in Worcester, and that's the Red Sox AAA affiliate.
Mhm.
And one of my buddies, Ronaldo Hernandez, is behind the plate catching, and he likes to go down on a knee throwing the ball back to the pitcher. And he's a pretty above average arm, like he has a plus arm. He
Mhm.
never fires the ball back to the pitcher. So I was like, as soon as you drop your knee, I'm gonna take off running. And I ended up stealing home off of Derek Holland. So that was probably one of the funniest moments because I seen him in the locker room when he got picked up by us, and he's like, bro, like I don't know what I was doing. He's like, I just threw the ball away, and
Man,
we talk about it still to this day. And
that's
it's
pretty funny.
fun just on the fact of Derek Holland's a legend,
Yeah, yeah. But you caught him napping on that one play.
man. Exactly. But like um, off field, I would say like I was just over the time, like over the couple injuries that I've had off field, just watching my boys go out there and have fun every day. Like I get a joy out of that.
Mhm. Just still being a part of the team.
But other than that, like I don't like away from like me not as a player. I'd probably just say just times that I've got to go watch baseball games with my father. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Who were you a fan of growing up?
I was a big Jose Reyes fan growing up, and he was with the Mets. So
Yeah.
I kind of grew up a Mets fan. As weird as that sounds, me being from California, but
Mm. Is there any reason in specific you're a Mets fan?
Jose Reyes, my favorite player.
Would you say you try to emulate him while you're on the field?
Not so. I wouldn't say much now.
Mhm.
Um, when I was younger, so about my junior year of high school, I tried to play, have stances like him. Like I tried to do a lot of things like Jose Reyes.
Mhm.
But that was like I feel like he was the guy that had like not so much brought the flair to the game, but like he was the guy that really had the swag, he had the flow.
Oh
But
yeah.
it was a different era of game, like a different era of baseball. I feel like if he was in the era of baseball I'm in now, I feel like it'd be oh my god, like Jose Reyes would have the most swag in baseball.
Oh yeah. You think he'd be a lot more popular nowadays?
Oh, 100%. And shout out to my boy Jazz Chisholm. Jazz has the most swag in baseball, hands down.
Oh, I think so
Fleet
too,
game,
man. He's
chain,
funny as
like
heck.
whatever it is, drip, everything. Shout out to my boy Jazz. Keep doing it,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna catch you with the drip though. Just hold up. Just wait till I get up to the top. I'm gonna catch you with this drip.
Hey, I like to see it. I like to see it. And my
Nah,
last question.
I got some stuff working up.
Oh yeah. Some
I got some stuff cooking
outfits.
up. Yeah, I got some stuff cooking up.
Heck yeah, man. I can't wait to see. I have one more question for you. What sets you apart from other players?
Um, I would say like just what. Oh, that's a hard question. A couple things. I would say like the versatility defensively. Um, what a lot of people don't know, but if I needed to go behind the plate and catch, I can go catch.
Really?
Um, only position I can't play is first base,
Hmm.
and that's just due to height and everything. But I can play every position on the field. So like the versatility is huge now in the game with guys being with substitutions in late game substitutions and running and stuff like that. I feel like the versatility and then the speed is a killer.
Hmm.
Um, somebody needs a guy that can run the bases, and I feel that over the past two seasons, even though my low A season, high A season, I still had the number of bags. It wasn't the success rate wasn't as high as I wanted it to be. In the past 2 years, I feel like I've been pretty good with the success rate
Yeah.
in showing guys that I can run and not just running a run and actually having the knowledge of running. So
Hmm.
I feel like that those are the two things that I feel like open eyes when I'm on the field and when I'm playing. And it's just like I'm not on the field like I have a lot of fun. If you see me in the fall league at any point, if you see any clips in the fall league, like I'm over. I've played against 95. I've played against every organization besides two organizations throughout the year, so I know a lot of the guys. I try to be on the field. I try to talk to everybody. I try to just have fun. So
Yeah.
anytime you see me play, you see me chopping it up, anything like I'm not talking mess. I'm just trying to bring fun to the game and do what we got to do. Because at the end of the day, everybody got the talent.
Yes,
What are
sir.
we all gonna do to make it known every day?
Man, I like that. I like
And
that
if
you
I gotta,
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I like
no, no,
that
no,
you
no,
have
no, no,
such
no, no.
a
You good, you good.
I like that you have such a positive outlook, and you're just having fun like a high school baseball player would with no aspirations. You know what I mean? You're just enjoying every day
That's
out
all
there.
it is.
Yeah.
So it is a job, but I feel like as soon as you start looking at it as a job, that's when a lot of stuff starts happening. Like you start pressing about a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's a job, but at the end of the day, like it's a game.
Mhm.
Like we're playing a kid's game. We're adults playing a kid's game. So why not have fun with it?
Yeah, I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot.
But like we're gonna fail at some point in this game. We're gonna fail. The greatest of the greats fail. Shohei Ohtani fails. Miguel Cabrera fails. Mike
Mhm.
Trout fails. Mookie Betts. All these guys fail. They're having fun, and they're having fun getting paid 400 million.
Oh yeah.
So so why not have fun with the opportunity that we have? Because I hate to say it, not everybody's gonna make it to the big leagues.
Mhm.
Not everybody's gonna have the opportunity to sign $100 million contract. Let alone not everybody's gonna have the opportunity to sign a $2 million contract. So
Mhm.
with the opportunity that we have in the minor leagues, with the 144 games or whatever the game count may be, why not have fun doing it? Yes, it's stressful. Yes, there's a lot of ups and downs in it, but at the end of the day, the dudes that are getting paid the most are having the most fun. If you want to get paid the most, you're not going we're not gonna make it be stressing ourselves out every single day,
Yeah.
beating
Yeah.
ourselves up every single day. Like you just not gonna make it.
Mhm. Man, I like that. I like that a
Like I
lot.
just I try my hardest to have fun.
I have one more question.
Struggling, have
Oh,
fun. Keep going.
uh, so I watched you on, I believe it was the Walk Off podcast. It was a Toronto Blue Jays podcast, and you were talking about how you used to rely on just your speed for the stealing bases, but it was in Toronto where you really learned like the art of stealing bases and picking up tells and stuff like that. Do you think that there's more to learn from the guys at KC with how much we run the bases?
Um, yeah, there is always room to learn. Uh, there's never like I'm not perfect at it. If I was perfect, I wouldn't
Hmm.
I wouldn't be still in the minor leagues with it, but like I've learned since I've been with KC, like I've learned things that in the base running game that I'm not going to say that the Blue Jays didn't tell us, but just wasn't brought up. Not saying that they didn't know it, it just wasn't brought up. And then there's things in the Blue Jays organization that I've learned that hasn't been brought up with KC. So I'm not going to say no. Like there's always room to improve, and I
Yeah.
feel that I would, knowing that stealing bases is my game, I would be blocking my blessings to not hear with what other people have to say.
Oh, 100%. Uh,
Like that's just that. Like if Bobby came up to me at talking to me about stealing bases, like obviously we're the same age, and I think Bobby's younger, but it's like Bobby was stealing bases in the big leagues at a successful rate. So there's
mhm.
obviously something that he's doing that I can possibly take from him and make myself better at stealing bases. And like with Tyler Tolbert was in high A and he was 60 for 60, like
Oh
or
yeah,
60 what like
I think he got to
62 for 60 or
65 or
60 for
something.
60.
Yeah,
It was something crazy. And
absurd.
it's like I would be blocking my blessings again to not listen to a guy that's doing something like that, even though it's at the lower level. You're still stealing 60 bases.
Oh yeah, that's not
So it's
easy to
like
do any level.
there's a couple things to learn.
Mhm. Have you
I
gotten the
just
chance to
I go ahead.
have you gotten the chance to work with anyone from the Royals organization yet, aside from the guys with the Saguaros?
I was in so when I got traded, I was at a complex. I was in Arizona for I was in Arizona till the day I got traded till a couple days ago. So I was working with a couple of the guys on the staff, um, and just getting after it, trying to get healthy and better my game, and that's that.
Hmm. That's good to hear, man. And
I was just trying to get ready for spring.
yeah, yeah. So is that the plan now? No more baseball until spring?
That's what it's looking like. I'm just getting ready to compete for a spot,
Yes,
the
sir.
open day roster. That's it.
Man, I'll be watching. I'll be watching for sure.
I'm
Um,
I'm, I'm trying to get up there.
yeah, man, I believe it. I mean, we've brought up guys before just to steal bases, so you might even get an opportunity just to steal bases, you know?
100%.
So I don't really have much else for you, man.
No, it's all good. I appreciate the opportunity for sure.
Uh,
If anything ever pops up again, if you want another one or down the road, whatever the case may be, just shoot me a DM.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, do you mind if I text you, or is that you want me to?
No, that's perfect. That's fine. It don't
Okay,
matter.
awesome, man. I really appreciate it. I really do. You're definitely
No,
the
I appreciate you for having me.
biggest name I've had on my interviews so far.
Yeah,
It,
I appreciate the opportunity.
it might be a little bit before I get it up with midterms coming up and whatnot. I'm a little
No, it's all
busy with
good.
school, but I'll definitely get it up on
All
YouTube and
good.
I'll send it to you and make sure you know it's out.
Sounds good. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.